Welcome to the post San Diego Comic Con episode 240 of the Campus Comics Cast, where we are not recovering from con crud because, well, we weren't there. This is Scott Reed, and I'm joined by
Mike Atchison.
And I guess, Mike, since San Diego Comic Con did just happen, do you want to rapid fire just some of the highlights as far as the announcements go?
I think that would be a good thing to do without having to get too deep into it all.
All right, sounds good. Did you watch the new Doomsday teaser for
I,
Avengers coming in December?
I did, yes. I mean, I don't
Okay.
have the analytical opinion, but I think it's fine. I think it's good, but I it's enough that I'm interested in it.
Yeah, all right.
The
I guess
movie.
the big surprise was Damaged Sentinels, so that
Hmm.
implies X-Men involvement at some point. So,
Yep.
what do you think about the Black Panther 3 announcement that there will be a third Black Panther movie?
Well, I mean, I think they kind of have one direction to go after two. I think maybe there's been enough time now that they can successfully recast
Well,
Black
they're going to go
Panther
with
or go with Shuri.
Black Panther's son,
Oh, his son. Oh,
yeah, and David Johnson, not spelled regularly Johnson, is being cast as the Black Panther son, but it is still going to be directed by Ryan Coogler, who did the first two.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Open
all
mind.
right. All right. So, do you think Ryan Reynolds walking around in a gray Deadpool costume means anything for a future Deadpool movie?
It's hard to say. I'm not steeped in Marvel trivia there to see what a gray Deadpool costume
O-
would mean.
Okay, so there was a series called Uncanny X-Force, where it's a gray and black version. All the quote unquote X-Men that are part of X-Force are wearing this gray and black costume,
Hmm.
and there is speculation that that is based off of that series. So that's it. I guess they're saying with the X-Men coming forward, then maybe that's going to be something for Ryan Reynolds to do. So,
All right.
all right. I will say that I'm glad to hear that Haley Atwell is going to be back in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Okay. What do you think about Ryan Gosling being cast as Ghost Rider?
I like Gosling as an actor. Ghost Rider's it's not the top of my favorite characters, but I don't really have a good baseline to go off of other than the Nick Cage version. So
Right.
it's
Well, that's one good thing about characters that you don't have a heavy investment in is that
mhm.
you are a little bit more open to changes that they might make.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if they announced if it's going to be Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch or who,
Yeah,
which
there's
Ghost
like
Rider.
three or four of them in there.
Yeah, there's Robbie Reyes. Of course, they would have probably needed to have cast somebody Hispanic for that
Hmm.
for that role. So yeah, so it's probably Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch. So let's see. Are you going to go watch Avengers Endgame when it gets re-released in theaters on September 25th?
Will it be extra material?
Allegedly. So supposedly they are going to add some things that will then tie into Doomsday, but
Then
probably
yes,
not a
probably.
lot.
I mean, now that I live about 8 minutes from a movie theater, yes, I
Okay.
probably will.
Okay. All right. Um, what do you think about the only Marvel television show announcement is Vision Quest, which is coming out October 14th. So no other Marvel TV other than Vision Quest.
Well, I love wrestling, so it. Oh, you're probably the only person going to laugh at that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think that's fine. I think sometimes doing too much dilutes quality, and that's where we're at right now with a lot of the movies and TV, and probably
Okay.
more so the TV.
Well, the TV's gotten better here lately, so
Yeah.
I know that's makes me wonder if there's not going to be a new one for a year though. It's just like, geez,
Oh,
that's a long time.
yeah, yeah.
So, we'll save Marvel Midnight since it's in the catalog. I really don't want to talk about Marvel manga. Okay, that's in
Mhm.
the catalog. That's all in the catalog. So there's a bunch of absolute announcements from DC. Um, Dark Side versus the World also in the catalog. Absolute Black Canary, Absolute Cyborg. Trailers for Lanterns. I also haven't watched the trailers for Lanterns because I don't have HBO Max, so I'm not going to be able to watch it for a while.
Hmm. I- I've
Uh,
s- I've seen not the whole trailers. I've seen little clips on Facebook.
Okay. DC Next Level stuff is in the catalog. And okay, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin 3 is going to wrap up as a trilogy next summer. Any
Hmm.
thought on that?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. New Gotham Central series from Christopher Cantwell.
Oh, I would like that.
Okay. All right. Dennis Camp is going to be writing an in continuity Batman book, Batman Shadow of the Bat, with art by Javier
Yeah,
Rodriguez.
that I'd be on board for,
Okay,
yes.
be on board with that. Okay. I hadn't heard about this. So in Detective Comics 1113, there is a new villain that is being introduced that was selected from the Lego Batman Creative Villain Contest, named Rhetoric. So I like the idea of the fan inclusion stuff is kind of cool.
Rhetoric. That's interesting.
And
Interesting name, and I
mhm.
wonder if he'll ever team up with the onomatopoeia guy.
Hey, that'd be a good idea. He's wearing too many handcuffs. There's a picture of him in Key Collector, and he is wearing way too many handcuffs. So I question that. But okay, this is kind of interesting. So it's going to be a one shot for Batman Day this year, which is actually less than 2 months away. Batman Day 2026, Batman of Two Worlds, and it's going to have the mainstream Batman and the absolute Batman investigating the same mystery, but in their respective universes. So I guess
Ah,
it's how they would handle it differently.
okay. Yeah,
Okay,
interesting.
interesting. Okay, all right. Do you care that Marvel is going to release a new Indiana Jones story?
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't even know they had the licensing for that.
Well, it's part of Disney, so
Oh, of course. Yeah, I totally forget that yeah. Ugh.
That's all right. That's it happens.
No,
Okay,
I'm just thinking
and
it's annoying, really. I mean, you got to worry. You can't think about Marvel or DC anymore. You have to think about the parent company and then
parent
their parent
companies,
company
yeah.
and then their parent company and all that baloney. Ugh.
So, all right, I think that's about it. So I don't really feel like there was any huge announcements. So I don't know if this Warhammer 40K announcement is part of San Diego or not, but
Was there something in there about the is it Matt Reeves, the Batman number
no,
two?
I not from Key Collector. There was not.
I heard I heard somewhere yesterday while I was traveling that, oh, you know what? I think this came up because I listened to a podcast that's been out for about a month. So this isn't new news. So
Oh, okay.
it's just they were talking about having uh who plays Bucky or Winter
Sebastian
Soldier,
Shaw.
Sebastian Shaw and Scarlett
No,
Johansson will
Sebastian Stan.
Stan. Yeah, I was thinking Shaw doesn't sound right, but it's okay.
That's the
So
Black King in.
he okay, yeah. He and Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. My
hmm
God, I am totally vapor locking today. Uh, they're going to be Harvey Dent and Harvey Dent's significant other
Oh,
in the new Batman that
okay.
got confirmed, I guess, about a month ago. But I just
Ah,
heard it. It was new to me yesterday.
okay. I hadn't heard that either. So, or I had not heard that. So, all right. Well, you ready to start the catalog?
Yes, it'll be, yeah, down and
Okay. All
dirty,
right.
quick and easy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start on page four. Start with next phase. I'm going to start on page four. You got anything before
Okay.
page four?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. So we have from Ablaze. We have the Book of Nosferatu #1. Um, so it describes itself as unrestricted gothic horror. So it makes me wonder if it's going to be a little bit too titillating, maybe, with the way that it is described.
Hmm.
But we do have a new horror book from Ablaze. I thought I saw. Oh, there's 8-page preview as well
Yeah.
in the book.
The art looks great. I had it marked
hmm
as well, but it's
Oh, okay.
the art looks fantastic. It is rated mature. Something I didn't know. I thought this was like a literary character. The character came from some novel from the past, but it's actually originally a character from a silent film in the
hmm
1920s.
I think it has something to do with the fact that they could not use the name Dracula in some areas, so that's what the name that
Mm.
they actually used was Nosferatu. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just like going off of a vague memory on that. So I
Well,
wouldn't
they're on
stake my
a
life on that.
well, yeah, you don't want to do that.
No,
There's a
no,
lot of horror in this catalog because
there
of
is.
Halloween,
Yeah,
coming up and stuff. So, and Ablaze, I mean, last week or last month they had the werewolf
yep.
Lycan.
hmm
Yeah, so
Which the second issue is solicited this month, I believe. So okay, so Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horrors was a German silent film, and they actually changed the name from Dracula to Nosferatu to protect themselves from being sued by uh, the Stoker estate because of them plagiarizing or adapting or using material from the Dracula
yeah.
novel. So that's why where the name Nosferatu, as far as I know, comes from, at least in relationship to vampires. So
But it seems that, I mean, it's been over 100 years since Dracula came out. I thought there was a
yeah, but this
shelf
was the
life on this.
1922
Oh, of
1922
course.
silent
Yeah,
film.
I
Yeah.
see.
So
Yeah.
that's where the Nosferatu, I
Mm-hmm.
guess it was a German film. So apparently
Mm-hmm.
Nosferatu is a German word, which again, I don't speak German and I'm just relying on Wikipedia for my information. So, all right, I'm up to page 61 unless you have anything before 61.
I do not.
Okay, so on 61, this is from Archie, and I'm in the wrong catalog, so let me switch catalogs here. I somehow got over into the Marvel catalog. I thought that didn't look like something I would have. So you have Vengeance Unchanged, The Legend of the Black Caesar. This is, I think, going to be a 5-issue series because it mentions that it has 5 connecting variants on the second page of variant covers. And I guess the big pull for people is that Archie is teaming up with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
So I actually it's going to be written by Stephanie Williams, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know her. I mean, she's done some of the Wonder Woman work, stepping in sometimes for Tom King, I believe.
Yeah.
She's Yeah, she's pretty respectable. She did a lot of the what is the Wonder Woman, the Queen right now, and on
Nubia.
Themyscira, Nubia. Yeah, she's
Okay.
she's written a lot about her. But yeah, I'm more interested in knowing that Archie's kind of like really taken off in another direction outside of Archie
Mm-hmm.
themed horror, and this is looks pretty interesting. I should have marked it down because I did stop and notice that Shaquille O'Neal was
Mm-hmm.
backing it somehow.
Yeah, I'm not for sure what I think about that, but I mean, his other comic related stuff is not necessarily highly regarded because, like, he played Steel,
Well, sure,
and
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
and then of
Yeah,
course you have, oh, what was it, Shaq Fu, and
yeah. I mean, yeah, you have to kind of hope that the creators can make some. It's also very exploitation having a title like Black Caesar. I don't know, but maybe there's something I'm missing.
I,
Legend
I,
of the
I,
Pirate King.
yeah, so I don't know if it's some type of an African king of an extraordinary physical presence must navigate the brutal transformation from royalty to slavery to piracy,
Yeah.
searching for his kidnapped love while discovering that freedom in the Caribbean comes only to those willing to take it by force. So it's not a terrible story premise. So
No, no, that's
so
good.
I don't know. I might have to think about that one. I may actually pick that up. I was mainly
Pirate
just mentioning it
adventure.
because of Shaquille O'Neal, but I don't know. I may change my mind on that and actually get it. So.
I'm gonna put it here on my add-on list.
All right, my next thing's on 70, and it's just because there's a typo, and it's a pretty bad one. This is from
Let's.
Attaboy. Apparently, they have the license from DC to do like buttons and stickers and such. And they have a magnet set, but apparently it's a maggot set. Maget. So you got 14 maggots. Uh, I'm not sure I want to buy any maggots. I'm not even sure I would buy any magnets, but you know, anyway.
You're stealing my notes here. I had the same thing
Oh,
except yeah, except it was actually I had the stickers on page 75.
Ah,
So the
okay.
same Attaboy manufacturer, but it just reminds me of, you remember in the old DC comics in the 70s, there was a half page ad for these stickers that you could buy for $2. You'd get
Hmm.
all these different characters, different sizes and stuff.
Yep.
And, they'd even show like advertise putting on the door of a car or your bedroom door. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sure my parents would love it if I did something like
Oh
that.
yeah. Hmm.
But I did buy them and put them on like lunch boxes and stuff like that.
There you go. So, all right, I'm not till 100 now.
We are like
All
simplicado.
right, well, you go on 100.
This is from our favorite company, Bad Idea.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, just ask Bad Idea. They'll give you about 17 pages for every idea that they
Hmm.
have. The Detective is by David Lapham and Maria Lapham. They're Eisner Award-winning creators that did Stray Bullets, and it's basically a noir story. And it's kind of on the money. It's a detective story. It's the name is tells it all. It says it's combining the sort of the world building of Blade Runner with The Matrix and Minority Report and Fourth World, all of these different ideas, I guess, mixed into one. But it doesn't sound. I like noir, and it's kind of a neo noir. So it's. I assume, and this is going to be an ongoing. It's 40 pages this first issue for what, 5.99.
I'm
So,
99. Yeah.
and it is black and white.
I I just I always, at least me, I was going some rant about Bad Idea, but I just don't understand all of these EC Comics horror homages for covers that have absolutely zero to do with the book.
Yeah.
It's just like that doesn't make any sense to me. So that's purely just to try to sell some extra covers, from people. I
Yeah.
I you know did I would have ordered this until I saw the art. The art just does not do anything for me in this.
Oh,
It's
now that I get down to the black and white, it's a
Yeah.
little bit, it's, yeah, it's not high quality, I don't
No,
think.
it's I mean it's there's a lot, like I'm looking at that two-page spread. There's a lot of detail in that two-page spread, but
Yeah.
it's just like the characters are very plain, I guess,
Hmm.
is just the way to describe them. So I don't know. I think the art's going to cause me not to pull the trigger on this.
Yeah.
I was kind of like neo noir, kind of sounded cool, and with the sci-fi element until I saw the art. And now I'm just not for sure. So
Well, I'll tell
yeah.
you what, I'll get issue one and let you know.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm done till DC. So
Same here.
all right. Well, what's your first page in DC?
210.
210. All right, you go.
All right. Well, we have the aforementioned uh, from San Diego Comic-Con, the DC All-In Saga, colon, Dark Side versus the World, number one, by Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson. And it sounds like it's just a, a life story, or you might say anti-life story of Darkseid. It goes back into his roots as the being called Uxus, how he ended up becoming Darkseid, why he wants all the power in the world and the universe. Um, I mean, sometimes I get the feeling Darkseid is overused in the DC universe as a villain. He's the big bad. I mean, the biggest of the big bads all the time, and it gets a little bit old. I wish we had someone that carried almost as much weight that they could use once in a while. Anti-Monitor, I I just never liked his subsequent appearances after Crisis. So yeah, I'm going to get this without a doubt, just in case there's some connection to other future storylines.
Yeah, I was just jumping on to make sure that I put in an order for I saw Legion of Superheroes 2 a couple of pages back, and I was like, oh, I
Right.
hope I remember to order issue number 1, and I did. So, um, all right,
I've been hearing
212.
some
Okay,
I've
go
been
ahead.
hearing some things before you just talk about 212. There's a little concern about the Legion book by
Oh,
some
really?
people in the Legion truest circles, but I guess you that's not surprising. So go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the people who want the continuity versus the people who haven't read Legion
Yeah,
historically and, want to not be completely lost whenever they come in on this team. So,
right.
all right, well, 212, we have part of, this is actually one of the San Diego announcements, was the Demon #1. So we have several titles being added into Next Level. And Demon being a Jack Kirby creation, he's used well in other, like he was used well in Sandman and some other titles as well. I'm trying to decide if I want to pick up this first issue or not, but I definitely am going to think about it when it comes time to order.
Well, you kind of touched on this inadvertently, I think. You mentioned him appearing in other books. To me, he's always been a great co-star,
Mm-hmm.
more so, or a team member, more so than I've never really caught on to or bought into him being by himself or in a solo title. But we'll see. I don't know James Herron off the top of my
No.
head. Apparently he's a writer slash artist. The art and the cover looks really great.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm going to get #1 regardless, see where that, see what it feels like and see whether I got to start paring down though my being a member of League of Comic Geeks, once you subscribe to something,
Mm-hmm.
you forget to unsubscribe, even if you're not really either keeping
Right.
up or liking it. And I'm like, dang, I'm getting like up there. So um, I'll try it.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. So, what's your next thing in DC?
You can probably guess 214.
214. All right.
Yeah. Why don't you go? Because
No, no, that's okay. I only have one thing to say about it. So,
oh, well, Jonah Hex and the Shadow of Death, written by Michael Walsh, art and cover by Michael Walsh. Apparently, uh, another creator that I'm not super familiar with, but apparently he's a master of horror. He wrote or writes Exquisite Corpses. Um, I tell you, it's something about Jonah Hex, as Scott and we've talked so many times that Westerns have really been appealing lately, and we
hmm
seem to, Jonah's like he's the penultimate, or if not the ultimate DC Western character. I mean, you can also say there's a lot of the Marvel and other Western characters, but Jonah Hex might be the most have the most recognition period of a comic book Western character. So he's like the Outlaw Josie Wales of comics. That's just Mike Atchison opinion, which doesn't mean anything. But
yeah.
yeah, no, it's I definitely am going to get it. It seems to be a 6 issue miniseries. So yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm going to read it, but I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I think I'm going to just try to read it on the app. It's not, I don't know that it's one that I want to,
yeah.
buy or not, but I am intrigued by the Brian Boland cover, which has a variant. And I'm trying to think the last time we
Oh, that
mentioned
is
Brian
bowling.
Boland's name in the catalog. So,
Yeah. Oh man, that looks good.
yeah.
I think I might get that too.
Okay. Let's see. I only have one thing left in DC, which is on 239.
I got 237.
Okay.
I'm just making a note here about the bowling cover.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so 237 is mostly a question to ask out loud. Is this
hmm
just a reprint of the
Yeah.
the wedding album? Okay,
hmm
so it's just a 30th anniversary special. I mean, I just recently bought this in a back issue bin somewhere. Um, it,
Yeah.
it's straight out of the '90s. You got creators like Dan Jurgens and Jerry Ordway, and Tom Grummett. But you also have there must be some new material because you get Rainbow Rowell
Yeah.
in this.
Hmm.
I don't think
Is he the?
Rain.
Well, no, he's not the cover. Let's see.
Well, that she's a writer, right? So she did the She-Hulk series for quite some time. So I'm wondering if there
Ah,
isn't
okay.
any
So there
more.
is. So now, in honor of their anniversary, it's up to their super son John Kent to plan a party for his parents with some unwanted help from the fifth dimension. So she is probably they probably have a little intro
I see.
to
Yeah.
the rest of the anniversary special. So
Probably not enough for me to drop $7 so for it. So
no, no. Well, what I was going to say is, you know what? You can pretty much buy this for $5 or less, the
Oh yeah,
original 30th anniversary
yeah,
special. So you had to decide if that extra content is worth the extra $2. So
exactly. That's all for me in DC as well.
oh, okay. Well, 239, I'm just going to mention Action Comics number 1103 because it's written by Mark Waid, and we are getting a Lex Luthor year one start of a story. So, if sometimes the year one stories can be pretty good, Batman year one being probably the prime example of that. So, if you're looking for a year one for Lex Luthor, I don't know how many
Yeah,
issues it's going to run, but yeah, it's Lex Luthor
it's,
year one.
it's kind of like looking like the Superman movie, Luthor in this cover. But now that you mention this page, I'm looking at the top half of it, and I can't believe I missed this, but Supergirl 18, written by Sophie Campbell, art and cover by Sophie Campbell. It's got the Matrix Supergirl from Peter David era
Oh,
Supergirl. After Kara Zor-El had died in the crisis, and then a few years later, she was sort of brought back as a sort of an angel on Earth, and all under the writing of really great writing by Peter David back then. But I don't know if this is the first time she's showing up on a cover or if this is the middle of a storyline. But now I want to go back to the app and check it out.
yeah. So I'm done with DC, and I don't have anything until Execution Posse on page 331.
Okay, all yours.
All yours. You don't want to talk about this? Did you have this down?
I looked at it really closely, but I don't know. I had a hard time. I don't want to spoil your
No.
review or your
Nope.
thoughts on it, but I had a hard time thinking, I don't know, am I going to be able to
To relate?
relate or understand? Because
Hmm.
it seems like a really good premise, but now you got me almost guilting myself, and you probably should get it. Don't have your preconceived notions.
There
But
you
this
go.
this kid being autistic and the
Hmm.
struggles that he has, I mean, that's him not being heard
Yeah.
is what they're getting at there. So
So
you
it's
go
what we
ahead.
should talk about is Execution Posse. This is a herd number one. I am not for certain how long this series is. It's 32 pages, so I expect it to be more than one issue. Written by Alex George Pickering, interior art by Joe Baccardo and Sergio Morfe. So this is a family survival thriller where you have a father and son, and the son is a non-speaking autistic boy that they go camping as the way for the father to try to connect with his son. And apparently there is some type of grizzly bear attack or something bad happening. Now, most of the time, I would want to discount this because, often you have writers that are writing outside of what they know. But in this particular case, um, Alex George Pickering, who is the writer, is basing this, inspiring this on his experience with raising his
Mm.
own son. So apparently, his son has autism, so there may be some insights there. So I'm like you, I'm not 100% sure that I'm in on this one, but I think the writer at least has some credibility in
Yeah.
telling this story. I think.
Hearing you talk about it is much more, it sold me more than me reading the solicitation. So yeah, I'm all over it. So, and it's not something you can get on an app unless you get it somehow
Exactly right. So if you
elsewhere or
learn that it's
later. Yeah.
good, it's like yeah, you either had to wait for the trade
Yeah.
or go from there. So all right, I'm up to 416.
Okay. There you go again.
All right, well I'll let you have it this time.
I- Uh, we have Universal Monsters, Bride of Frankenstein lives, and I've been buying these Universal Monsters miniseries since the very beginning and only read maybe two of them. But I am so compelled. I really like the Bride of Frankenstein character. I like Kelly Thompson's writing very much, and it's just the latest uh, iteration or latest version of Universal Monsters monster coverage and short bite-sized miniseries, 4 issues, and the art is by Mattia de Iulis, and I think it's going to be good. And it's just interesting to see how some of these classic characters are being reinvented in new stories. So I
So that's the
yeah.
creative team from The Cull, and that was a series that I think you said you really enjoyed, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Matei,
same
oh
writer and
my God.
artist.
Yes. Yep. So I am all over that, so thanks for letting me talk about it.
Uh, well, I'm the same way as like I intend to read all of these at some point, but I have read exactly zero of them, nor have I purchased any issues from any of them. My plan was to sometime pick them up and trade, or maybe just break down and buy them on one of the apps and read them. But I have not gotten around to it
Maybe
yet.
maybe that'll be a theme for our October episode.
Oh, okay. We need to start at the beginning. There's an
Yeah.
idea. So, all right, 478.
Okay.
Anything before that?
I I don't know because I forgot to put the page number on something. So you go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
I'm gonna look, see where this is, if I can search
Okay,
it.
so 478, I'm just mentioning again because in Void Rivals, starting at issue 32, we had guest appearances from Rom the Space Knight, which of course was in the blind bag fiasco for Mask number one. We'll talk about Mask number one here in just a little bit. But I'm looking at issue 35, and I'm not seeing any evidence that Rom is in this issue any longer. So apparently he had a 2, 32, 33, maybe 34
Yeah.
were his story points in Void Rivals. And then at some point, there's going to be a ROM series, but I did not see it solicited in this catalog. So that's where I'm going with 478. Just I'm going to pick up one more issue just in case. I don't want to miss one,
Yeah.
but yeah, just in case.
Well, because it lets me word search some things, but not everything apparently. I have
Hmm.
written down here from Titan Comics.
Okay, that's way at the end.
Yeah. Okay, so then do you have anything else?
I have several things before Titan
Okay, then go ahead,
because
because
Titan's in
there's
the. You must be looking for page 862 in Titan.
oh. Oh, you probably have it down too.
I
Yeah.
probably yeah okay all right so yeah it's 862 and that's
Uh
that's from Titan so we'll get
yes,
there
yes,
so.
yes, folks. He is a mentalist on the side. Yes.
I've been watching Psych the series here lately so
Yeah.
it's like yeah all right that was my last or well I don't know if this is an image or not let me see here so I got 484 now this is still an image. This is something I will not be buying, but it is kind of interesting. So this is Circus of Bones. This is the hardcover, The Art of Mike Mignola, and apparently Mike
Oh,
Mignola has a gallery show happening in New York City, and he has 53 new watercolor paintings. And if you can't make it to the show, you can buy this book and see what the images are that are going to be featured in the Philippe Labonne Gallery in New York City
good
for 50
accent.
bucks. Well, if I'm gonna fake it, I might as well fake it bad. So, all right, now I'm done with Image. You got anything else in Image?
No, I don't.
Okay, so that was last month. So I did a terrible job clearing out my notes from last month. So I think I'm on 527 in Mad Cave.
527. Okay. Last
Okay,
Starfighter? Yeah.
Last Starfighter beta. So
Hmm.
they had the limited series. Now we have an additional one shot. I ordered all the issues of the limited series, and of course, I'm going to order the one shot here. I haven't got a chance to read them since it's a shorter series. I'm going to wait probably now until the one shot comes in to sit down and read them all at once. So, but there is yet another Last Starfighter story. Five.
Can I add something
Yes.
right after that? Because I didn't have it at first, but since I'm a little scant on things, I might as well at least talk about something I looked at but probably won't get is Hammerhead on page 529. Did you have that?
I did not have that down. I looked at it and also chose to skip it.
It's kind of like a slasher type movie comic, but the weapon of choice is not a chainsaw or a knife or anything. It's a sledgehammer. And it's just a killing spree type. I mean, I that's not the kind of movies I like, but Ed Brisson is a good creator, and I maybe there's a story there somewhere.
I'm reading the solicit since you went ahead and mentioned it,
Hmm.
and I'm just gonna go read this. Okay, for 20 years, Jules has been hiding from her past. As the only survivor of the Hammerhead killing spree, she carries the guilt and trauma of having watched as everyone she loved was brutally murdered. Okay, that's typical, either Halloween 20 fare or whatever you want to do. So so
Yeah.
far, so far it's just your slasher movie with a hammer
Yep.
instead of a blade. All right, but
Yep.
okay, here's where it gets a little bit different. Every couple of years, Hammerhead rises from the dead to continue the reign of terror anew, and with each repeated massacre, Jules falls deeper into the warm embrace of her own dark coping mechanisms. When she's thrown into prison with no trial and no hope, Jewel finds herself part of a dark ritual built to force her back into the past that she spent her life trying to escape. So, all right, pretty generic until you get about halfway through that,
Hmm.
and there's a little twist there. So I'm gonna at least put this in my notes now to maybe order when the time actually comes for me to
It's
put in my order. So I'm
adds a little bit of a psychological thriller into the straight slasher.
exactly, yeah. So
Yeah.
there's something else going on there. So I
Okay.
may see it. Does it say how long the series is? It does not.
No.
Okay, which is unfortunate, but
I wish they would do that. Just
yeah,
give you.
and I think what it is they're just like covering themselves in case it's like maybe it was an ongoing, maybe it's a limited
Yeah.
series. If it
Hmm.
sells well, it's an ongoing.
They
If it doesn't sell well,
save
it's a
face.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but how hard it is to put of four or of five or of
Yep.
six, it's just like
Yeah. I can't see this being ongoing. I definitely see this as being limited, but
limited, yeah, 100% limited. So, um, all right, I'm back to 537.
okay.
All right, so now we don't normally talk about annuals, but we have Terabyte's Halloween annual, and I just kind of looked over the solicit, and it completely sounds like, and this is still from Mad Cave. If it's a Black Mirror horror story, is kind of what it boils down to. So it's an anthology. Three visions of tomorrow prove that the scariest monsters aren't hiding in the dark; they're already here.
Yeah.
So, two all new tales from the winners of Mad Cave's 2025 Talent Search. So, we have some new creators getting a shot here to write and/or draw some stories, and the art's pretty good on the next page. You got four preview pages.
Hmm.
So, I'm a sucker for Black Mirror, and I may have to pick this up.
Yeah. I have on page 540 something that I might comment on now.
Go ahead.
I I guess I could say made the mistake or just say it wasn't it wasn't what I expected. I got a pop kill book one time
Oh,
and I didn't know it was such it was definitely sort of gratuitous girly stuff. Not girly and you know what I mean. Yeah.
yes,
Uh,
good
um
girl, or
Good
maybe
girl
even
art. Yeah, a
beyond good
lot of
girl
yeah,
art.
just yeah. Jimmy Palmiotti is he's been on a thing of that for a while now. But this is it just made me stop seeing the cover here. Pop Kill #1, seasonal flavors, Halloween themed variant. So it's basically this Pop Kills is I think it's got to do with soda wars, Pepsi versus Coke, two companies that and they have their own hit men or hit women that are scantily clad gun honey types. Um, and anyway, it made me think of like Elvira type, DC back in those days capitalizing on putting her on the
Elvira's
cover of
House of Mystery.
House of Mystery. Yeah. But I won't be getting it. I
Yeah,
just
okay.
yeah.
I'm on 596.
Okay.
Okay. Are you here too?
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, I just went there based on what you said. I did
Ah,
not
okay.
write.
I
I
thought
don't.
okay.
I've heard about this, but I don't know enough about the premise of the character.
Okay, so the Crow obviously is a character created by James Labar. So this is a reprint of the Crow Flesh and Blood. And what actually caught my eyes, like I saw it, and it's like, oh, I thought it was a new Crow story, and I always tend to look at a Crow story, but I didn't realize that it was. I should have recognized the name because I've seen this title before, Flesh and Blood, back from 1996. But what I did not realize was that the artist on this 1996 story was Alex Malev. So I am going to
Hmm.
be paying more attention whenever I have these Crow Flesh and Blood books come through in collections, because this is something that I think I want to at least read just to see some very, very early Alex Maleev art. So,
Yeah. I mean, it was a movie too, as well, right?
well, it's been a movie twice. You had the one that most people like, which is the Brandon Lee version.
Right.
Then you had the most recent one, which was terrible. I think there
Oh,
was also a second. Oh, there was a second Crow movie. I think that's maybe when Brandon Lee, he might have died during the filming of the second one.
oh,
Oh man, I can't remember for sure. So,
okay.
but the first Crow movie is, if people are fans of the Crow, it's probably because of the first movie.
Looks like this is black and white as well.
It's black and white, but again, the appeal for me is the art.
Then we'll leave. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and I just like, 'cause I know the artist that he became. I just would like to see something early from him. So
Sure.
I'm up to 628.
Okay.
So this is the last Watchtower. This is a one shot, 160 pages, $30. I think it's a hardcover. Yeah, hardcover, magazine size. But basically, what it is you have. It kind of sounds like The Watcher, though it's not actually The Watcher, because it's just like a guy, and it's his job to category or catalog all of the violent events that occur on the planet, on planet Earth. He does this from, I assume, the moon. I don't know if it actually says the moon or not.
It is.
But
Yep.
okay, but he suddenly somebody crash lands, so there's somebody else that appears in his watchtower, and it's basically what happens whenever this other person shows up. So I I think it's kind of intriguing. So I thought it was worth mentioning. So it's Last Watchtower from Black Panel Press, which is under
Hmm.
the Massive Indies label.
Yeah, it's definitely going against your normal thing, and is your it's it being magazine sized.
Yeah, but it's a hardcover, so like it doesn't go in the
Oh,
box; it
true.
goes on the shelf.
On a shelf. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Good point. I like, I read the Traveling to Mars book by Mark Russell.
okay.
I had a lot of high praise for that a couple years ago. This reminds me a bit of that, just the solitude part of a space explorer going to a planet where there's no one else, so, or a moon.
I'm up to 663.
Okay, still you.
All right, so we have Coffin Girls. This is from Midnight Factory, also a massive indie set in 1732 New Orleans. So the Coffin Girls, I'm just going to read it. A world built on stolen labor, on the bodies of women, on flesh bought and sold. Three women, bound by circumstances and a reawakened ancient evil, are about to unleash a nightmare the likes of which the city has never seen. So it's black and white and pink, which is kind of an odd color choice.
Yeah,
But it's also a flip book. So you kind of have two stories set in the same time frame. So it bills itself as a gothic horror story. So again, you mentioned, lots of horror stories here this month because we're leading up to October.
hmm.
So we'll at least mention one more of them.
And New Orleans is always a good setting for
Yeah.
horror.
Terrible place to visit, but good setting.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are some spots that are interesting to visit, but
Yeah.
it's overall it's not the best
Yeah.
city I've been to.
No, yeah. Whenever we visited there, we are, spent a little over a day there, and it was not a positive experience. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm up to 754.
Okay. Like I said, I'm just kind of like adding on things if I see it, but I don't have anything till 862.
Okay, all right. So 754. This
Oh,
is
I knew you
from.
were gonna pick this.
Well, yeah, this is from Pesto Comics, which I guess is a division of Prana Publisher. It's
Yeah.
called Snip. Hey, it's a 5-issue series. Thank you for of five Pesto Comics. Uh, but the basic premise is you have these individuals who are called snippers, and it's their job to pull people out of the timeline that are troublemakers. All right. Well, that's great until the next target that they're assigned is him. So he is suddenly the troublemaker. So I just thought it was kind of an interesting premise. And then they're also offering uh, retailers a 10 copy bundle. So basically, for $10, you
Oh,
can get 10 copies of this book. So I don't know.
wow.
Yeah, I think it's probably worth giving a shot. So.
Yeah. I'm sure they'd pass along that buck price to the customers, right?
Oh, I'm sure it will. They will not, but maybe they can just charge it
Maybe
two
you
or
can
three
discount it.
bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
right.
can
Yeah.
discount it from the 4.99. So,
Yeah.
but it'll have 4.99 on the cover. So.
It kind of reminds me of those there's that idea is takes a lot of forms. The save now or being able to freeze time, or in this
Mm-hmm.
case, they're snipping people or occurrences out of the timeline. So that may be good though. Might be good.
So you said you're at and the 800. So I got one more before that. So 794. This is from Recca Publishing. The future is uh, Doom Patrol's James Harvey joins the future is
Yeah.
as the artist. Now I hate that we're losing the artists that we've had through the first 17 issues. Cause I really really like them. I, not to say that this is going to be bad, but anytime there's a change, you don't want to fix what's not broken.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we got issue 18. James Harvey joins. They are still doing the 10 pack for $10. Hey, now that Snip has also joined in on that for $20, you can get 20 comics. So
I'm trying to think which volume of Doom Patrol
Patrol.
James Harvey appeared or where he was an artist. Maybe it
That
was
I
the
do not
last
know.
one.
Yeah, maybe it's the current one because
Oh,
there's a new.
probably. I forgot they
Yeah,
have the new one. Yeah.
yeah. Now, one thing they're doing different. Before they originally just had the one cover, then they went to two covers. Now this time they've got three covers, and you can guarantee getting the incentive cover if you order the 10 pack. So it's going to include the
Oh,
black and white chase variant. So
yeah.
so there you go. All right. 862 and I had this down in case you didn't mention it. So
Okay. Yeah, so we have on 862 the Edgar Allan Poe, A Tale of Mystery and Intervention. And I've lately been on this Edgar Allan Poe kick, the poetry, and even wanting to read maybe as early like Murders in the Rue Morgue. But anyway, this one's basically it's kind of got a humorous bent to it where you have this theatrical producer Thomas Evans meets his old friend Edgar Allan Poe in a gloomy tavern, and he has a mission to pull Poe back from the abyss, which we know Poe spent some time there to the point of his death, but just for one evening. As skulls crowd the table and death-haunted ideas spill forth, Thomas counters Poe's macabre obsessions with wit, verse, and impossible hope, and urging him to imagine a life beyond despair. So, if you've ever even just listened to The Raven, it's just, after his wife Lenore died, he just couldn't get over it. And it seems to be the art it's like a picture book as much as anything. It's
mm-hmm.
just a narration with art panels. So I do have this down to get. I think it looks appealing.
And it's very big wordy. Lepidorology. Is that a real word?
Oh, wow.
Lepidopterology. Lepidopterology. I don't know if that's a real word or not, if it's something they made up for this, but that's on the second
Yeah,
page. The very first
I
word on the
wonder.
second page of preview art. So,
Oh, I've got to definitely look at
yeah.
lepidopterology.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I had that down as well just to make sure that you saw it since I knew you were on a bit of a Poe kick. Did you watch the trailer? Did you scan the QR code and watch the trailer for
No,
this?
I didn't have time
Oh,
to do
okay.
that.
All right. So, well, I am actually finished with next phase.
As am I. Oh, by the way, lepidopterology is the scientific study of butterflies and moths.
Ah, okay. Let's see now to use that in a sentence.
And I bet
Word of the
that
day.
does the word of the day. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So, all right. So
Okay.
on to panels.
Sure.
All right. So, do you have anything before page was it 7 or 8? Let me see what page it is. Oh, that's the Avengers
I
catalog. That's
struggle with these catalogs because I always look at the individual catalogs
okay.
and then I have to cross-reference, and I didn't cross-reference
Well,
before
this
we
is just
record.
their highlights. So
Yeah,
this is we usually
right.
just kind of rapid fire these.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
So
So
I
we've
can do
got
it.
from Boom Studios, we have Cassie #1. Now this takes place in the Hello Darkness world. So Cassie, it's a campy sports horror romp. You gonna be picking up Cassie #1?
No.
No, me neither. All right, from Dark Horse Comics, Dungeons and Dragons #1. Uh, Unfortunately, it only has a cover by Isad Ribic, but it's a new story for fans of Dungeons and Dragons.
If it wasn't, I mean, it's got good creators, Lansing and Kelly, and the cover by Ribic. I don't know the interior illustrator, but
No,
that's
he's not.
probably a no for me.
Yeah, if Isad Ribic were the interior artist, I would be a yes, but since he's not, I'm gonna go with a no.
Right.
All right, Star Trek Zero Point #1. I thought they already showed this one from
They did something Star
IDW.
Trek. I thought they did something. If not this, then because I even like mentioned, I said I would get it. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
okay.
It wasn't this though. It wasn't
It
Zero
wasn't
Point.
this. It wasn't
No.
0 Point. Okay, all right.
Mm.
Well, you gonna pick up 0 Point? You gonna add that to your list?
Oh yeah, sure. I
Okay,
will.
so
Yeah.
I'm a definite no on that one.
Okay.
Ignition Press, we have 12-foot skeleton #1. Uh, this might be Lola and Jimmy's last Halloween, not because they're aging out at 12 years old. There's a 12-foot tall lawn skeleton on a rampage in their neighborhood. So, yay or nay?
No, and it just reminds me of there's a house between Redbud and Waterloo, I think, and all the drives I've made up toward from Chester to St. Louis, I always see it wouldn't just be around Halloween, but they would have these skeletons out year round. It
Oh,
was a
yeah.
giant, it was probably 12 feet with a couple of smaller ones too. So yeah, they'd probably read this.
I don't know. I'm going to think about this one. I'm borderline on this one. It does sound kind of interesting. And of course, it's new label Ignition Press. So that's a maybe for me.
You
So
know, a
yeah,
skeleton was always a favorite, like Halloween costume. It's not like a universal monster. It's just,
right.
but the idea of a skeleton running around does sound a bit scary. And Seeley's not, he's no slack. Oh,
Yeah.
Ben Templesmith, he's a great artist. Where did I, when there was oh man, Gotham by Midnight is what it was. It was a
Okay.
series several years ago where he was the artist, and it was basically, it was a Gotham themed, but it was more horror darkness, and it was really good art. Okay.
All right. From Marvel, you have a Venom #1. Eddie Brock and the symbiote are back together.
Negative.
Written by Charles Soule.
Now, I did just read something by Charles Soule, and it was really good. You want to know
I'm
what it
still a
was?
negative. I'm not a big Venom fan myself, so
I'm
I'm
not
still a
either.
no on that. But
Yeah, I'm a no, but I read
Charles
eight.
Soule almost makes me want to pick it up. So
Yeah, he's a good writer. I found that out by reading. Well, I've read other stuff he's done, but 8 Billion Genies. I just read that
okay.
hardcover.
All right. From Oni Press, you have Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Hmm.
Yay or nay?
No.
No, me no. Also, me no, me no,
Me no. Me no.
me
Me say
no.
no.
Okay. All right. And then from I assume this is supposed to be 24/7 Comics. You have Spotlight #1. So it's 24/7 Comics presents Spotlight #1. This is a Tokyo Pop, which means that it's going to be manga or manga esque. But it does have a story, Demon's Bridges by Larry Hama.
Yeah.
So, yay or nay?
No.
No, yeah, I'm also a big no. All right, so into the regular catalog. I don't have anything until page 35. So you've got Boom and probably IDW before that. So you got anything Boom or IDW?
I have IDW, The Rocketeer poster book on
Okay.
page, it's on
Uh, it,
page.
Where is it at? I had that down too. Um,
But I actually just brought. Why don't you speak to it because
okay,
I
it's actually
just
not till
put it
page
down for you.
239. It's not till 239. So let's come back to that.
Okay.
All right, so let's do it this way. You got anything from Boom?
No.
No. Okay, you got anything from Dark Horse?
Yes.
Okay, what do you got in Dark Horse?
I have in Dark Horse it's on page 28 of the Dark Horse catalog,
What's the
and
name?
Rachel Rising.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So that's actually going to be much later because it's the
Oh,
hardcover, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Go
So
ahead.
skip that too. Or
No, I did not
well,
have that down because it's yeah, just a reprint. So
yeah, it's
I
a
didn't include
reprint,
that.
but I don't have a hardcover of it. It's the complete Rachel Rising, Terry Moore, of course, writer and artist, and
Hmm.
it's basically just bringing to the fore again the I think Scott's favorite,
Second
ter
favorite.
second favorite Terry Moore story,
Hmm.
and it's again it's one of the it's a more one with a horror bent
Yeah,
as most
supernatural.
things
Yep.
are, yeah, supernatural. So I've just been collecting some of his books in hardcover, so I think I'll get this. It's like I said, it's on page if you look at the if you get online and look at the Dark Horse catalog, it's on page 28.
In the panels catalog, it is on page 90. Is that right? No, that can't be right. Yeah, page 90 in the panels catalog. So it's in the
Okay,
graphic novels section.
gotcha.
All right. What about let's see. So that was Dark Horse, then into Distillery. Do you have anything Distillery?
I don't.
IDW.
I already mentioned that. That
Oh,
was the. But I was gonna just for your
oh,
sake, the
that's right.
Rocketeer
Yeah,
book.
that
Yeah,
was the yeah. That's later on because it's more of a book. Um, then let's see. There's Alien books, which
uh,
starts on page 35. Anything from Alien? I got one.
no, I
All
don't.
right.
I don't. Go
So
ahead.
what caught my eye was just the name. So it's Black Star. All right. Now Black Star was also a cartoon back in the 70s or early 80s, which I liked as a kid, but went back and tried to rewatch it, and it's terrible. But I saw the name. And I thought, so that's what caught me. So this is a new wave sci-fi classic published for the first time in English. So in the year 1979, that's when it was created. It's in the tradition of Star Wars. On the run from Imperial Guards, a young biker meets a mysterious man who helps him escape. The pair embarks on a high-risk, high-reward opportunity as they pick up strong-minded robot and unexpected pilot on their way to uncover the secrets of the galaxy in this thrilling sci-fi adventure. So it's kind of in the vein of Star Wars. It's post-Star Wars. I don't know. Just because of the name, like I said, it caught my attention. Not originally in English. So this is probably something that I would have expected to see from. And now that I'm saying it out loud. I cannot remember the company that reprints Humanoids. That redoes all the European comics and
Mm-hmm.
often brings them to the American market. I would expect this to be a Humanoids book, but here we have it from Alien Books, who is also doing Valiant stuff. So
Gotcha.
into Marvel, I think. Well, Ignition Press. Did you have anything else from Ignition Press besides the one we
No.
already talked about? Okay. Now we're into Marvel. So now, do you want to go to the Marvel catalog, or you got stuff in the Marvel catalog?
I do have something in Oni Press.
Oh, so you don't have anything in Marvel?
I do, but oh, we're going to Marvel first? Okay.
Yeah, because Marvel was
Yeah.
M before O, So
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I didn't know that's where we were going, but yeah, we can go to Marvel.
Okay, so and you pulled from the Marvel catalog, right?
I do. I
Okay,
did.
so well, let's talk about it. So this was one of their big announcements of San Diego. We have this new Midnight universe, and this is kind of like the start of the Marvel catalog. It actually uh, is the cover, and we got three initial Midnight titles: Midnight Fantastic Four, Midnight X-Men, Midnight Spider-Man. So I'm just going to read their ad. Dark, unpredictable, unmissable. The Midnight universe draws in longtime fans and newcomers alike to enter a terrifying new world where anything can happen. Interconnected by rich lore, Marvel's most acclaimed modern creators are given free reign to reimagine heroes with shocking twists and chilling transformations and boundaryless storytelling that will keep readers on edge issue after issue. The X-Men no longer fight for acceptance, they hunger for blood. The Fantastic Four venture in the unknown, not saving the world, but unleashing terror upon it. And Spider-Man discovers that with great power comes something monstrous. And of course, they'll be expanding on this. I feel like it is Marvel's response to Absolute, although they already had Ultimate, right?
Yeah.
And and not because they want to miss out on any sales, but they're also having every single issue is going to have a minimum of 5 variants. The regular cover, a midnight bloodbath cover, a midnight special cover, a midnight horror homage cover, and a midnight gallery cover. So I don't know, Mike. You want to talk about Midnight Marvel? What do you think about it?
Well, when they first talked about this a couple months ago, I kind of pegged it as the absolute version, the Marvel version of Absolute, but I'm okay with that. I mean, it maybe lead to good storytelling. I'm kind of like, um, I mean, it's definitely more interesting than anything I've seen from Marvel in quite some time, it seems to me.
Okay.
And I'm willing to give all three of these first issues a try, not just for investment, but just that it may be something I can actually latch onto in the Marvel universe.
Oh, okay, all right. So I was going to give an over under is like 12. How long do you think this midnight uh, branding is going to
Oh,
last?
well, I guess it depends on
And let's go
sales.
12
Yeah.
issues, not 12
Mm,
months.
okay. I'll go over.
You're going to go over. So you think it's going to
Hmm.
make it more than 12 issues?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All right.
think you're going to get some people say, I mean, if you've got Philip Kennedy Johnson, you've got
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Hickman involved, Ben Percy, but I think that you've got some high caliber people writing, and if they don't have many constraints from the corporate level, I think these could be really good stories. I mean, the that Spider-Man, that one cover there, cover A is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So yes, I could see
Okay.
it going over 12. What about you?
Well, I hope it doesn't. Hope it doesn't go over 12.
You're such a
Um,
truist, a Marvel
I know.
truist.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much that. It's just like I don't know. I think it'd be better just to say, "Hey, we've got a horror universe, and then we'll tell stories when we got something good." You know. But
Yeah,
I think what they're trying to do is brand this as their absolute, and I am certain that people will pick up these issues, hoping that it's the next absolute Batman.
true.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I'm not super excited about it. All right, something else I want to talk about is Marvel's leaning heavily into Punisher this month. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but Punisher is in Deadpool. Punisher's got his own book. Punisher's in a Spider-Man book. Punisher's in a Zombies book, and of course we've got the new Spider-Man movie starts 2 days from now or tomorrow as we are recording, which
Mhm.
also has John Bernthal make an appearance. So I think they are just leaning into Punisher here for a little bit. Uh, Try to improve some sales. Which, by the way, also last month we had a Punisher Deadpool crossover,
Yep.
and that continues this month. So if you are reading the current Punisher story, which I am, you also need to pick up Wade Wilson Deadpool this month to get the completion of that story.
Punisher. I did a word search. He's named 28 times in his catalog. So,
um, and the other thing I want to talk about in Marvel is on page 24, which is the new Avengers lineup. So we have Avengers number one, Spider Man, Daredevil, Captain Marvel, Luke Cage, and Wolverine. And I just don't see Daredevil being a member of the Avengers. That's just me. But this is apparently coming out of Avengers Armageddon, which I'm not reading. So
I remember that they must be just way behind on this because now it says it's on sale in November, but they solicited this, I think, last month, maybe the month
did they?
before.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
I thought the lineup looked pretty cool, but I'm not, like I said, I don't know. I I just thought it was a unique lineup, and I was glad to see a lineup without some of the mainstays, Iron
The
Man,
Captain
Captain
America, Iron Man,
America,
Thor.
and Thor, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what else you got in Marvel? Actually, I only have one more thing to mention in Marvel. So,
I just have one more as well. It's on page 60 in the Marvel catalog. It's the
okay.
Amazing Spider-Man Amazing Visions, and it's basically Lee Bermejo taking it's just basically variant covers all collected into one comic book, Spider-Man. So I just love Bermejo's art, and I don't often buy like an art booky type thing, but I'm gonna get this. So it's 5.99 for 56 pages.
Oh, okay. Well, mine is on page 93 in the Marvel catalog. Okay, it's not on page 93. It's on
Oh,
page 95 in the Marvel catalog. Printed page 93.
okay.
So,
Oh,
Marvel Universe role playing game Godzilla. Now, I am not playing the Marvel Universe role playing game book or the game. However, with this being licensed material, all right, you may have a limited opportunities to actually pick this up if you want some type of Godzilla source book for an RPG. Because once this, once Marvel gives up that Godzilla license or somebody else takes it from them, right, then this will no longer be printable. So yeah, you may want to grab this if you either are the RPG fan or the huge Godzilla fan before it becomes out of print. So all right, so we're done with the Marvel catalog.
yeah, I am.
Okay, you said you had something in Oni.
Yeah, now that I know we got to go alphabetical, I need to figure that out.
Okay,
I'm all over the place. But I have something I thought maybe you had down. Do you? Flux
I
House
don't have
presents.
I do not have anything in Oni. So,
Uh,
oh, I missed this. Okay, good. No,
yeah,
I didn't have this down. Go ahead.
yeah. It's Flux House presents number one. It looks like a sort of a anthology type book by Matt Kent, and he's also got art assistance by with Ella Kent, Brian Hurt, and David Lapham. Is Ella his wife or daughter, or do you know?
Must be daughter because Charlene, who did cover A, is his wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
So
tales of mystery, deceit, and wonder drip from every page. So I Scott's kind of made me a convert, and I usually get Matt Kent stuff. So
yeah, all right, I'm glad. I totally missed that. So,
I'm glad
um,
I pulled my weight this time. All
yeah,
right.
I'm glad you did too. So let's see. Yeah, I was just seeing his stuff. I mean, now the Flux House imprint started at Dark Horse, so I guess he's moved it to Oni. And there was 1 month where there were books that said Flux House at both Oni and Dark Horse. So I
Yeah.
guess now maybe it's exclusively at Oni Press. So,
64 pages for a dollar. I mean, for a dollar, for $10, and
oh,
it comes out quarterly.
oh, okay. So yeah, okay, yeah, I added that to my list.
All right.
All right. Any other comics?
No,
Okay.
I don't have anything else. Like I said, it was fairly light for me this month.
Okay, I've got one graphic novel on page 84.
Okay.
And this is just for fans of The Expanse, which I consider myself one of them. They are doing an omnibus for some of the comics that have been previously released, which includes The Expanse Origins, which kind of had, and this is more for the TV version of The Expanse than the book version of The Expanse. Then you have the first limited series, and then you have the Dragon Tooth, which is the most recent series. Now, I feel like there is a longer series that they are omitting, so that maybe is going to appear in the next omnibus. All
Okay.
right, then on page 231, this is just clever. I'm not going to buy this, but this is a gelatinous cube board set. So this is four foldable, double-sided, dry erase boards in a keepsake box, and I guess what it's supposed to look like a gelatinous cube, which is kind of like the see-through things where you can kind of see the stuff on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, something that somebody who's really hardcore D&D probably should check out, and it's on page 231 in the catalog, printed page 230, 229, and then the previously mentioned Rocketeer poster book. on page 239 in the catalog, illustrated by Dave Stevens. So you're going to get 10.5 by 16. So basically, a comic art original sizes, or at least print sizes of Dave Stevens art. I will probably pick this up. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll pick it up anyway, just for the Dave Stevens stuff. And then on page 242, not 242. Oh man, what did I do so terrible? Okay, so it's printed page 242, action or catalog page 244. Who Done It, which is Batman, which is 100 logic puzzles and riddles to solve, just set kind of Batman themed.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I thought so. So I
Yeah,
may give it a shot, just to something to sit down and when you
sure.
got nothing else going on. Not that I have lots of free time anymore. So
It's all a competition for our time. Everything
yeah,
is.
yeah. So all right, so Mike, you got any, what are you looking forward to coming out probably in, what would that be, September, August, September? No, let's see, October. What are you looking forward to coming out in October?
You're gonna cringe when I say it, but I'm gonna say Midnight Spider-Man #1.
Oh wow, okay. Well, I'm gonna say Flux House Presents, especially since I just wasn't aware of it. So it was a
Yeah.
double good one for me. So all right, you got anything that you think is going to be worth money coming out in October?
Oh boy. I just money.
Money,
Money, money,
yeah,
money. I don't see anything. Maybe I could see Hammerhead come out as a movie sometime.
yeah.
Uh, but that's the closest thing I can come to.
Yeah, I mentioned it kind of before, but if it does initially take off like Absolute does,
Yeah.
then if Marvel can hit it with that Midnight, which I'm not
Yeah.
excited about it, but that doesn't mean
Mhm.
I wasn't excited about Absolute either. And look where it's doing.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that might be something. I assume that people are going to, and retailers are going to be buying heavy on Marvel Midnight, to just in case that were to happen, which is also going to cause it to probably not happen. So I don't know, but
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that I think is probably worth money, other than maybe the Godzilla source book in 10 years, whenever that's out of print and no
Yeah.
longer available.
It's
So
quite the investment.
yeah, yeah. So you have to really think ahead on that one. So
Yeah.
all right, well, you want to take a quick look at the top 50 for June 2026
That'd be great. Yeah.
from ICV. Let's see here. I had that tab up, and there it is. All right. So of course, Absolute Batman is still number one, and but at number three we have Avengers Armageddon number one. So why does Marvel keep putting out crossovers? Because that's what's selling for them,
Yeah.
right? And I just have to start ignoring all the crossovers because they just wear me out. So
I heard somebody read #1 and it Avengers Armageddon #1 and it was really nothing that couldn't be in the regular Avengers book, to
yeah.
be honest. People, the Avengers sitting around talking about a problem and what are we gonna do? You
Yeah.
know.
Okay, so at number four you have Absolute Green Arrow number two. Did you read number one?
No, I haven't. I just finally, because we just moved, I finally got all my recent last couple months of purchases of comics all organized and ready to start reading.
Okay.
So that is in my it's near the top of the heap.
Okay. All right. And then in the top 10, you have one, two, three, four, five. Am I counting right?
Six
Six. One, two,
absolutes.
three. Oh, yeah. Six absolutes. So, yeah. Why is DC kicking Marvel's behind? Absolute Universe. I'm really surprised that
Yeah.
Daredevil number three is still in the top 10.
I bought Daredevil #1, even though it's the fourth printing, when I
Uh
was
huh.
at a shop in where was I? Oh, I was down in Jackson at the our offbeat that really cool one. And yeah, so I bought it because it's been a lot of hype about it, and
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's good.
Okay.
Mask #1 is #6.
So, you know why it's number six?
No.
Blind Bag.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the issue that had the ROM number one. blind bag
Ah,
that
I
popped
see.
in. So people bought heavy on that for blind bag. I expect that to take a dramatic drop next month. I mean, I will be shocked if it's in the top 20 next month.
Yeah.
Um, Now I don't remember. Did we talk about the 616 day Marvel Mystery Blind Bag featuring Doom? I don't really remember that.
No, I don't remember that. No.
Okay, all right. What else is jumping out at you from this list? Anything?
I just am surprised that Jay and Silent Bob, Jay's a Future Past #1 is
Oh,
22 on the
oh
list.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that is kind of a surprise. So from Marvel.
Um,
Um, Gosh, I mean, even as you go farther down, just the absolutes keep popping up and popping up and popping
yeah.
up. So.
Yeah. Barbara Gordon Breakout seems to be doing well. #2 is in
Oh,
33rd
the
spot.
33, yeah. Captain America still hanging on at number 38. I'm
And we got
happy to
the eye
see that.
candy Marvel swimsuit,
Yeah,
Beach Day.
yeah. Which I unfortunately ordered several of those because there were some volleyball covers.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Nothing else really.
no, nothing else crazy there. So, okay. All right. Well, still Marvel kicking behind or getting its butt kicked by DC. So,
It's got a long way to catch up.
yeah. I mean, until the absolute universe fizzles, it's
We'll see what happens with Midnight. We
yeah.
might see that
That's
those absolutes speckled with Midnight in
If
the
that
top.
becomes the new hotness, for a while, and that'll kind of
Yeah,
give us an idea. I guess if it becomes new hotness, maybe it'll make it for 24 issues. So,
yeah.
but yeah, I'm still surprised at the success of Absolute. So, okay, Mike, did we even talk about what we're? I think we talked before what we were doing next month, didn't we? Our next episode.
If we did, I forgot.
Okay.
Otherwise, since it's my spot says first five on my notes and then a blank, I'm going to say Invisible Girl is the first appearance.
I don't think that's what we decided on, and now
Oh,
I
okay.
now I don't remember.
Phantom
But
Girl. No.
no, no, I'm trying to remember. I feel like I'm still thinking about Nexus. So that was the last one that we did was
We
Nexus.
I know we tossed around ideas
Mm-hmm.
pre-recording, and I'm actually just looking at my bookshelf here and I see Kang jump out at me, and I thought, hmm, maybe.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay,
Because
good.
because
Yeah.
now remember the problem we had, and we talked about this last time we did first five, is we kept doing characters that we don't read anymore, don't know anything about in a modern context. Well,
Right.
Kang doesn't just show up in his first five issues, Kang 1 through 5, and he's been used recently.
Yeah. So we
So
can.
I
Yeah.
so I think Kang would be a good one. All right, so let's do first five Kang. We'll figure that out, and then
Okay.
we were going to read. Um, we're gonna do the. I still have to get you the issues, but we're gonna do the Captain America story that was suggested by Stuart Sager, which is I'll have to get you the actual issue numbers for that. So
Okay. Is it
I'll try to.
available on
It'll
the
be on
app?
the app. It'll be on the
Okay.
app. Yeah, so it'll be on the app. So all right, yeah. So I'll post that up there real soon. So all right. So Mike, if somebody wants to reach out to you besides podcast at birdcomics.com, how might they do that?
Well, they can certainly send me an email at mike@comicshoproadshow.com, or they can just hit us up on the Campus Comics book. Oh my gosh, Campus Comics Cast Facebook page.
And I'm Scott Reed. You can find me at burgcomics.com, burgcomics.com, where there are links to my social media pages and eBay store. And we'll be back soon with Kane.
Probably thinking you're gonna have to do a solo episode. Have you ever done a solo episode? Other than the interviews, I don't think so. That's what I thought. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I maybe did one previews by myself. I don't remember for sure. So